It's Club Life.
After we shot the video, we had an option of having him or a group of editors in the school come and edit the video. He said, nah. I'm gonna take y'all to the lab. I'm gonna print out the key points so you guys can just basically edit yourself and learn how to do it yourself. And I was like, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? when he walked into a room, it's like mats everywhere. And I'm just like, man, I don't have a problem using the computer. I need to be right here learning this stuff. This is what really is getting my creative juices flowing. So we edit the video together. We learn how to edit. And then we said, you know what? We can do this. There's a lot of people who need this done where we're at. We need to go ahead and learn how to do this and supply and demand, you feel me? So we came up with an idea of going and taking the class and learning from the teachers. Everybody doesn't have the keys to the city to be able to go and find this talent and present it to the world. So that was one of the things, one of the goals that I said, I'm gonna go to places that aren't getting the exposure. I'm gonna find the cats who need to be heard, who haven't been seen. And that's what we did. We hit the projects, we hit all the neighborhoods, and we went and looked for cats who were hungry and wanted to learn.
Hoods, boulevards, streets, parks, and blocks.
So that's the videography side of it. Along with that, we became disc jockeys in college. Long Beach has a great program where they allow you to learn how to break records, to learn how to have a radio presence, and just the ins and outs on being a radio disc jockey. Well, we fell in love with that. Our personalities online, being able to talk to people calling in, and just to get the feeling of being able to play a song that somebody worked hard for and help them spread it out to the masses. It's like, man, it's like a drug. You know what I'm saying? We want to do it. Like, yeah, I want to help people. So we realized we were good at it. We ended up being in the paper at Long Beach. They said, you guys are getting a lot of attention from outside of school as well as in school, and they decided to do an article on us. Said that, we haven't really been getting this much traffic to these radio stations until you guys start playing around. A couple buddies of mine came up and invented a hood, which helps grow safe and faster than your normal grow lights. And they did this right in the garage next to my house. They came up with this idea. So, of course, he said, man, I need a video. I shot him a video. The video was so urban and so on point, the whole hydroponic industry kind of gravitated to it. They wanted to know who shot this video. Solid, healthy relationships in whatever part of the industry you're going in. You feel me? You're gonna need these people.
Right. So I'm basically saying, okay, you should be up there. That's one of the biggest DJ pools in New York, actually. And this guy came to us and was like, yo, y'all so on point, man. Let me get an hour on y'all show. Now, he already got a show on Desert Storm Radio right now, present day. You feel what I'm saying? He really didn't need it. But, so after we ran it through the machine, we start building relationships, and now they actually, they want to do something like this now. You get what I'm saying? In New York, and want us to fly out there. So,
starting off on the Grow Network, we learned the goods and the bads of being a radio show.
Right.
We had this idea, we're gonna go in here like a Breakfast Club. You feel me? We had the female, we had our Charlemagne, Wolfman. He got the attitude, right. And we kind of we understood what they were trying to do, but in the same breath. Go ahead, sister.
Go ahead, Queen.
And so this teamwork right here, what would we be without these two fellas? DJ Showtime and Roland at the end. On that Grow Network, they canceled our show. Why? Because we got wild.
No, we didn't.
Brothers got wild. We got sponsored by a major liquor store in the neighborhood. So I was going to this liquor store picking up fifths of Hennessy and all the other utensils you need to have a nice function during the show. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, the show got crazy. Too many people, stuff was getting out of hand. The network was like,
that's it.
MTV just don't got nothing on y'all.
Nah.
You feel me? So these dudes came to California, their first trip to the West Coast, to come visit and network with us. And that showed a lot, that meant a lot to us. They came and said, hey man, we like what you guys are doing. So when we lost our outlet to do our show, they reached out to us because they built the platform on the South and said, hey man, you know, we want you guys to come and be that West Coast link, the entity on our network now.
Right.
And it was a blessing because we kind of didn't know where we were gonna go after that. We were kind of at a standstill. We kind of went back to our roots and just stayed in the streets doing stories and doing videos. But the radio side is so imperative and so important to us. We had to get back to that. So, you know, Roland has Digital Dope Radio, and Showtime, he's a table manner DJ. He's the head of the DJ Coalition. DJ coalitions are very important to us because you need DJs to break these records.
Right.
You know, they do the stuff that these artists aren't gonna do. Nobody's trying to help each other get to their destination. You got everybody kind of like fighting each other right now.
No crabs in the barrel theory, you know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to pull each other down. So we just kind of took a different approach. Like, I mean, you in my zone, you in my, I mean, we live around the corner. I mean, we grew up since tricycles, and you don't follow me on Twitter, you feel what I'm saying? So, just you feel what I'm saying? So, we just kind of took that, like, we know too many people anyway. So, since we building the freeway, y'all, what you do, bricks? Come on, all right, go over there. Yeah, what you do, metal, welding? Okay, come on, we need you too.
Yeah.
So, come on, let's go. So now,
it's a job for everybody.
Yeah.
You feel me? Everybody has a skill, has a talent. We didn't shut nobody down. Everybody that we came in touch with when we started Get Loaded TV, we let them feel like they're part of the family. And we let them basically put in what they want to get out. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might only be in it just to learn a few things and that, hey, or somebody might be in it for the long run. And we have strong relationships with people all over the world because of this approach. You know what I'm saying? Unity, we work hands in with the Long Beach, Carson, and a promoter movement. These brothers come together and say, hey, you know what? Let's put the guns down. Let's put this violence down because I want to be able to go and pump my gas without looking over my shoulder with a gun in my hand. Or I want to be able to take my son to the liquor store and buy him some juice without somebody want to take my life. So those brothers came together. They said, hey, you know what? We're going to start a movement. And I was in Hollywood. I went to a club in Hollywood, talked to a few promoters. I said, hey, what do you guys think about doing a show in the club? Is that possible? Can we do that? If you can make it happen. All right. I already was producing the Grow Show. We were behind the scenes doing that. So, you know, getting the equipment and knowing how to use that stuff is what we learned already in school. So we took that. The guy said, try it out. I walked in there with my big old Mac. You feel me? And my cameras, the mics.
Imagine this. You in the club, right? Y'all getting our groove on, y'all chilling, and all of a sudden,
yeah,
a whole crew of dudes just come in with a big Mac and just set up on the table like, all right, set it up, plug up. Let's go. We run it. Let's go. Hey, whoa, what the?
We're talking about like five minutes tops, you feel me, coming in there with a nice board, a Mac, the computer, you know what I'm saying, the camera hook up, so that basically the people who are in the club that night to network, to talk about their music or their business, they come and talk to us, you feel me? And once we started doing that, word got out, and then we started having people from all over come into our show to talk and be heard. Why? Because we pre-record the show in the club. We're not going live from the club. We're pre-recording the show live in the club, and then 2 nights from tonight, we're gonna play it live. Rampage, who's one of Brooklyn's generals, You know, shout out to Flip Mode Squad, Busta Rhymes. He was
Put him
there.
up on your Instagrams and all that.
We interviewed him for BET Weekend, and he said, "Yo, Breeze," I said, "What's up, Rampage?" He said, "Man, I gotta let y'all know, man. Like, I've been in the game for up 10 years, and I never did this before." And I said, "What you mean, Rampage?" He said, "I've never been in a club where the DJ is scratching, playing loud music, people partying, toasting it up, and somebody's giving me an interview. I didn't know that worked. I didn't know that was even possible." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's going down. And watch how wait till you hear the show. You're gonna be like, damn." And that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? It worked. It was just a chance that we took, and it worked out good for us. You know, being able to capture a club moment at its peak and talk to those artists right when they're getting off the stage performing in front of all those people. Man, that was just golden content for us. You know what I'm saying?
It's basically, if you don't respect the roots, you don't respect the fruit. Everybody get that? I said that everybody get that.
Yes.
Okay. So if you don't recognize the roots, you won't recognize the fruits. You dig what I'm saying? So we all come from something, and we all want to make our mark in the industry. That's the reason why we doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you gotta stay grounded sometimes, and you gotta recognize where you come from, and that's the roots. I mean, we started right here in Compton. I mean, Breeze and the homie Wolf almost got killed shooting the video in Compton.
True story.
Like, they rolled up, getting off, and hey, we gotta go.
We just shooting the video in the alley. You feel me? Last scene. Next thing you know, it's bullets flying at us. You know what I'm saying? We survived it, but that's something that comes along with the territory. Right. You know, you a man or a mouse.
Right.
I was taught scared man can't win nothing out here. You feel me? So I'm gonna get out here and go get mine. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I think that I carry with my camera that some of these other cameramen don't carry. Education is important.
Right.
You know, whatever age you are, college is dope because you can be old and come back to college and learn some stuff. You feel me? So I just say, man, being able to apply the knowledge that they give you to whatever it is that you want to do, the world is yours. You can either take this knowledge and become a slave or become a boss. You feel me? And man, we creative thinkers. We think out the box. We know where we want to be. We know where we're going. We know where we came from. Right. And that's just it. You feel me? Those are the things that you need to have rooted and grounded in your movement. If not, you're going to be walking in circles out here. You feel me? Straight up. Fearless. You got to be fearless, man. You got to have courage. I just talked about that. Accept all criticism. There's nothing wrong with criticism. I think that's like the best lesson in the game. Somebody can sit up and tell you some of the things that you need to know to tighten up your game. You feel me?
Right.
Accept that. Embrace that.